It's so funny how Ice Cube is a racist. He's a racist. He's a racist. Just like Trump. He's a racist. He's in denial about being racist, but he's a racist. Okay. You only laugh if you have any brain power about towards Trump, and that Trump is one. He's fat because he doesn't exercise, because he doesn't believe in the power of exercising, because he thinks you only have a limited time to live on Earth, so you shouldn't exercise. That's why he's so fat and round and disgusting looking. He probably doesn't know what sex. He's going to say, "I don't believe in watching my pee-pee because it doesn't kill germs. It enhances it gives you fungus on your." But he must not believe in watching his dick or any of his body parts because he must think it causes fungus or some sort of fungus. Ew. That's probably how he's so orange, because I bet that orange is not his spray tan, it's just some sort of fungus, I think. And there's some sort of delusional people who deserve to die and get enslaved. Especially the black people, because some of the black people deserve to be a slave. The ones who support Trump deserve to be a slave because they're supporting Trump. They also deserve to get guns down by cops. Crooked cops. Like Ice Cube. As Ice Cube dies and the president election is once again for the next 4 years, Donald motherfucker cunt Trump. Well, we're in quite for more of a racist time than we were going through, because I have noticed since that racism has escalated since Trump became president 4 fucking years ago. Oh, it was almost 4 years. Just 4 fucking years ago, he became president, and people became more racist and more stupid than I thought than they were. And I love how the teacher like host says, "Well, Trump's a smart person, he just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut." That doesn't make any sense to me, because that's the thing about it, so I'm just rambling on because how stupid people are. Trump's definitely going to win, and here's why: he's got celebrities on his side. He's got celebrities, the black Negro celebrities. And I'm calling them that because why should they be called black anymore? When they're encouraging a racist person. You know what I'm saying? And he says, "I'm the least racist person in this room." It's really sad, really. He says he has said this, and I don't know how that's a sad thing. And he hates to China. Okay, there's this thing about being racist against blacks, but then there's another thing called being racist in general. Okay, so he's racist to the Chinese, because he thinks the Chinese people are responsible for COVID-19, and said that they delivered the COVID-19 from China, and says people didn't have to die. No. they're not responsible. Trump's more responsible for that because he could have done all these things to prevent people, and he could tell people not to wear masks, but he doesn't because he's too fucking lazy eating at McDonald's, the next Happy Meal, probably. Oh, I'm not kidding. He actually eats McDonald's. Anything else he doesn't eat except for McDonald's. I shit you not. He is that. I didn't think I could for McDonald's. Disgusting. But I did that once I heard that story. So wait, he's still talking about how he's going to build a wall. Build the wall against the China Americans. And says how it's going to be temporarily. He said that 4 fucking years ago. He hasn't done it. And Ice Cube and Lil Wayne didn't say they wanted to vote for Trump, but I don't know about none of them said they were voting for Trump. But you got the feeling they're voting for Trump because Trump promised them blacks gain more luxury in life. And don't they think that this sounds I smell a scam. I smell a good one. You know, what was funny? Why is it when Trump's a pedophile, accused of being a pedophile, it's okay, but when Joe Biden's accused of being a pedophile against his daughter, it's not okay when Trump has said that her daughter so hot he would fuck her? And that's a very pedophile thing to say. That's kind of pedophile behavior. But I don't know what's right and wrong anymore. I don't know. It's like I think Trump's going to win, but I don't want him to win because he's just been causing so much stress in people's lives who are smart. He'll just kill us all. I feel like he's intentionally trying to make the next World War III. When World War III happens, who are you gonna call? Donald Trump! To stop World War III, who are you gonna call? Donald Trump! That's a Ghostbusters reference. Now, I just want to talk about everything on my mind, and I noticed that I agree that Trump is the best, greatest president ever, but not for the good reasons. Same reason why Hitler was great, or Kim Jong-un, or got great into history, because he's more similar to a dictator / terrorist than has actual ideas of what. He's more of a dictator president / terrorist, I always saw him as, than an actual president. Oh, I love how Bob the Bush. Now we gotta talk about Bob the Bush, but he said one time that Trump looked good when he had his hair slicked back. He said he's much more calmer and relaxed now, not as wired. He's maturing just because he has his hair slicked back in 2017 and 16. And then he went back to the old style, the more hideous style than he had, which was so yeah. Now let's talk about Bob the Bus Driver. Okay, so Bob the Bus Driver told the story to me. And this is going in the book that I'm making. He told me this when he was driving back and forth on Lighthouse for years and years, every year of school year. And yeah, so anyway, this fat girl and attractive girl are sleeping with each other and doing it, and because the attractive girl who's Bob's living with, who is his roommate, and the third roommate's the fat girl, I think. Well, I can't remember if the fat girl's a roommate or not. Anyway, he's living on with with this girl in some sort of trailer, I imagined. For some reason, I imagined it was a trailer, but I can't remember if he said it was a trailer, but I just imagined in my head that was a trailer. So, anyway, Bob comes in the room while they're doing it one night, and then the attractive girl starts stroking his dick with her hands, and then the fat girl starts doing it with the fat girl starts doing it with touching the dick with her hands, and she's a full-on lesbian, so she's never done it before, and so her best friend shocked that she did that she was touching the dick, and that the attractive woman was chugging, and he said he was in really good shape back then. Yet he says he hasn't changed his looks since high school, which he basically looks like the Crypt Keeper with skin, but with less teeth. That's why he got retainer. I mean, not retainer. That's why he got dentures. At least that's what he looks like to me. And he looked as skinny as the Crypt Keeper with skin. With, a lot better, with actually human-looking skin. And, long hair and ponytail he has, brown. And he doesn't look like he brushes it all the time, the knots out, because I saw knots in his ponytail. So I guess he doesn't brush it every day. Like, he probably doesn't brush his teeth enough. And that's probably how he got carried, because he says he doesn't drink. Anyway, this, that's what Bob looks like, but he said he was in really good shape back then, and yet he said he was in the same shape that he was in high school. So I don't know which one it is. And Dad made a comment that both of them must have been ugly looking. I said, or whether they're both the other way around, because Bob thinks that in 2017 and 2016, I heard how Bob went on and on how Demi Lovato is fat now. He said, Demi Lovato. Let's see. Who looks more scary looking, or looks more scary looking? The Crypt Keeper. Come to life by Bob the bus driver in the human form, and not taller than the Crypt Keeper, because he's not midget like the Crypt Keeper. He's regular short height, and or Demi Lovato, which is a girl who has nice breasts, and a nice ass, and a nice face, and nice skin, and nice hair, and who I get erection on. One of the girls I had erection on and masturbated on. Or, I honestly think, that Bob doesn't know what he's talking about with this girl, so Bob so Bob's version of, fat could be, like what Jennifer Lawrence was in this, Jennifer Lawrence in the shape of X-Men Apocalypse. That could be his version of fat, just because she slightly has more muscle or more fat than other girls. Like that, I'm not saying Jennifer Lawrence has slightly more fat, so she has slightly more muscle than other girls. And, or it could be the other way around. It's like if there's, I mean, he like girls that are, well, his girls that like either like, cause then well he I honestly think he thinks that he looks younger than my dad. When I tried to tell him that he looks older, like he looks like you're in your, I told him you look like you're in your 70s, your mid 70s, or early 70s or something. And he says, that's funny, dude, because everyone says that I look younger than that. Everyone else would say that I look like in my 30s, or mid 20s. And then he gets so fucking defensive, like a little crybaby over this. He is so fucking defensive, and to the point you're just wondering if he's going to snap just because you gave him an opinion on what he actually looks like. And anyway, let's back to the story. So the story goes that after that night, next morning, he thinks that she's like going, I remember he thinks he's like going to get lucky again with that kinky thing that he called kinky, and says that because he thinks kinky usually means sounds weird but interesting, but weird but cool, I guess. Weird but sexy. I mean, freaky but sexy, I guess. That's what kinky means. And, he acts like this sounds kinky to me when it just sounds really, really odd. Really, really disgusting in a way. So, it just sounds disgusting to me in a way. I mean, and the reason why she was having sex with her best friend is because she was going to divorce her husband because they've been fighting a lot, and he doesn't pleasure her anymore. You know, it sounds like most of them might be actually ugly hags. Or the other way around, I don't know. I mean, they could be both the other way around, just secretly gay. But, the girl that Bob said that was hot is not gay at all. Yet next day she kicks Bob out. And, he's on homeless. And he whipped out he started getting ready for more action. So, she explained that this is a one-time thing, so he just stopped getting ready. And he said he was with his Budweiser in his hand, and he had his shirt off, and he said how good he was looking. Oh, God. So, and Bob is like pale ass white, also. Person. He's like white, but pale ass white. And, so, now I had my fun, now I'm going to talk about my problems, blah, 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 my negative memories. So Bob the bus driver said, my dreams, my number one dream, he said it can't be done, which is review every movie, somehow find the time to review every movie, every TV show that ever existed in every country and state. And he says that can't be done, blah, 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 blah. And he kept like yelling at me and repeating, saying it can't be done. And it just hurt my feelings. And made me more depressed. Now, and Auntie Sue, well, when we had this ice cream place I asked if I could have a second round of ice cream, and she said, "I think we had enough ice cream." And which hurt my fucking feelings. It's like, I just don't get why I have my ice cream. And she also didn't listen to my thoughts on pretty much any movie I ever went with her, and they never let me pick the movie. She picked the movie, and the only movie I picked was Batman v Superman. That was the one. And last time me and Auntie Sue, since living with Dad, I got to pick the movie. And that was in 2016, and she wouldn't let me listen to my thoughts on my problems I have with Yagodite as one. And she just brushed it off as you just didn't like her because she's a girl. And she just didn't even listen to what I said. That her acting was bad. I told her acting was bad. She said, and she brushed it off as you just didn't like her because she was a girl. Which made me more depressed. And another time, we saw Into the Woods, and I said how awful I hated it. And I said how it dragged on. And she didn't listen to me. She said I just didn't like it because it was a kid's film and a musical, and I'm obviously not a fan of those things. So that's what she brushed over, not because it could possibly be bad, not because anything I suggest was bad. She brushed off it's not possibly bad, but just because I don't like those things. So anyway, so she also told me to see the way back, the Seafront movie that I hate more than any other Seafront movies. Second is Seeking for a Friend for the End of the World, which is my second most hated Seafront film. I hate the way back more than any other Seafront film, just because it's so mean-spirited and pisses me the fuck off. Like I want to seriously murder somebody. But no. See, she didn't listen to my comments, my comments on The End of the World. She just brushed it off as a good movie and said that I just don't like his films. And she brushed off this, and this one was commenting the Frozen short, the Frozen Fever is called Frozen Fever. The Frozen short, the first Frozen short ever, was playing right when Cinderella was playing. And I said, why couldn't the movie be that good? And then I gave her my reason why the movie's not good. And she says, oh, you just didn't like it because it was a chick flick and a kid's film. She just brushed it off with that. Yet, when I go out saying how much... She said this once I went out on... She brushed it off once I gave my reasons after we saw the 2015 Cinderella, said how much I loved. Then I complained about commented the Frozen short, and complained about the movie. And she says to brush it off as, oh, it's not that it was bad, it's just that you just didn't like it because it was a music of Frozen. Frozen was a kid's film and a chick flick. When I love Cinderella and the Frozen short film. And she said she was going to take these places for my birthday, this and that, for several birthdays, but never happened. Then later, the reason why she did that didn't happen is because she told Lydia that's because of her kidney was wearing on her. It's because she had a kidney transplant, so the whole thing was like exhausting her out, so she didn't have the energy to do those things. So in 2017, she asked me if I wanted to see the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie and the Wonder Woman movie, and I turned her down right away because I don't want to see them with her because of the past experience of movies that when I watch movies into theaters. And those were films that she picked out, and asked if I wanted to see either one of those. And I just said no. And when I was tired of letting her pick the film, two, I was tired of listening to her not listen to my thoughts on the film. So, yeah. So yeah, I also, another thing I caught